This is gonna be cool. This is just the smoke test. What's crazy is there's nothing like military or anything that I built. This is all stuff you can purchase online, and the PacMotor can do GPS navigation, and so that's pretty much what's allowing this to happen. But if you have a Starlink and you have a solar panel, you could just set this up on your own. I'm gonna deploy PacMotor right here and see if I can drive it autonomously. And then I'm going to control it wirelessly through the internet and use GPS navigation to drive around this poles and drive around this island. I'm gonna do a real test on this tomorrow in the daylight, where we have solar panel and all kinds of cool stuff. I just wanted to see if this would actually work. All right, what's up guys? It's the next day and I'm going to drive to the launch spot, and I have a bunch of cool stuff set up. I got the PacMotor back there on the paddle board, and I got the solar panel turned on. It's nice and bright today, so the solar panel should be doing a good job. And of course I have everything I need to remotely drive it, so I'm gonna try to send it up the river, probably go like, I don't know, miles, probably 4 or 5 miles up the river remotely. Check it out. Starlink right here for communications. I have the solar panel charging module in here, which I have another video showing how I built that. It's pretty simple. I got the PacMotor right here with the GPS navigation built in, so you can use the PacMotor app to control the motor on the water. Well, actually what I have here is I have the PacMotor app running on this Android phone, and then I'm communicating it through the internet to this phone. So that's how I'm actually controlling this. And then of course here's the solar panel, which is a 200-watt solar panel. And it's going to be recharging the battery while we run all this. And if someone wanted to really do it, you could actually make this like a canopy and just raise this up, make that like a canopy for blocking the sun and solar paneling while you're out there in the water. I thought that would be kind of cool. Let me do the testing for you guys, and then you can make your own decision. I just got out here where I'm going to launch using the PacMotor app. It's a bit windy out here. It's a little choppy, but I feel like let's do it anyways. We got good bright sun, so I'll be able to give you good feedback or good statistics on the solar panel and how it does with charging the battery while the PacMotor is running. All right guys, I launched the PacMotor. I don't know where it's at. I just pushed it out there, and I'm gonna use the joystick here to try to control it enough to get it out there so it doesn't run into anything. Set up tapping into it. Yeah, so you can see me, I'm controlling it right now, just straight with the remote. My laptop already connected to the PacMotor, so let me go in there and try to see if I can control the PacMotor. Okay, now this is the coolest part. I'm in my truck, I deployed PacMotor. Now let me show you what I've already set up. This is the PacMotor. This is an Android phone that's hanging on the PacMotor. If you can think about this, how this is working, like a basically remote desktop into that phone. That is how I'm controlling this. Now I need to check if I can calibrate this. Compass calibration. It looks like it's calibrated already because the front of the boat is facing bridge that I'm at. And so I think that's calibrated good enough. So I'll just do save calibration. And let's do a cruise control. Let's do a waypoint navigation actually. So it's right there. Let me see if I can put in a couple waypoints, and let's see if it can drive itself. Oh, that's zoomed. And then 3. Finally, okay. All right, so let's see if it would run this course. Oh, it's going. I'm gonna put it on to slower speed before 30%, 20%. Let's go watch it. I don't know if you can see it. It's driving. You guys see that? This is kind of crazy. If you wanted to check these things out, you can go to PacMotor.com and you can pre-order your PacMotor at a discount price up until February 28th, when the price is going to switch back to regular price because the batch is coming in. So anybody who pre-ordered can expect their units to start shipping at that time. Thanks a lot, guys, and watch the rest of the video for all the details. And it's all powered through Starlink, which is pretty cool where the connectivity is. And the propulsion's all by PacMotor. So this is basically what I wanted to do, is just demonstrate how cool PacMotor is. Okay, and you can see how much the wind is affecting it. Look, instantly it stopped and then it turned and just started drifting back. So let me now set up for a longer run. So anybody just joining, we have PacMotor connected to Starlink using the PacMotor GPS app, and we're currently driving it remotely through the internet, and we're sending this paddleboard with PacMotor over to this island. You can barely see it in the camera feed, but it's in between those 3 tall buildings on the left and the bridge on the right. There's an island. What I'm going to do is bring up, while this is underway, it's trying to get to this waypoint over here. And as it gets closer to that, we will we'll reset it so that we don't accidentally run into this island here. The water is splashing up on the solar panels right now. So while that's driving to that waypoint, let me bring up the PacMotor solar panel, and let's check what kind of wattage we're getting to the solar panel and if it's charging the battery. Okay, so through solar we're getting 33 watts right now, and it's about 16 volts, 17 volts, with almost 3 or 4 amp. Oh, it's going way up actually. The sun just came out. It might have had a cloud. We're getting 6 amp, 7 amp charge. And we've been out here for like a couple hours now, just positioning around different places as I was testing it, setting this up. And it's been on float. What is that called? State. The state has been on float, which means it's actually using solar power to operate everything rather than battery. And if the sun were to go down, then it would switch over being the full battery. But since we got good sunshine right now, we're not using a lot of battery. The battery voltage is being stored. Basically, this 8 amps right here that the solar panel is bringing in is going straight to operating the camera and the Starlink PacMotor, rather than being 8 amps being pulled from the battery. So that's actually a really good setup right now, where we're basically running off of solar energy right now and not using any stored energy. So that's the specs on the solar. Let me go back and see where we're at with the PacMotor, and it's on its way to this final point here. So I wonder if you can see the island yet. Yeah, we're getting closer. You can see it to the left over there. So the tolerance is the diameter of the waypoint. So it's a 25-foot tolerance. So basically, if it reaches anywhere within 25 foot of this waypoint, it will call it reached and be completed. You have like a tight area where you're running a GPS course, like in a canal system, you could make that smaller. But 25 foot is actually pretty small, because most kayaks are like 10 foot. Basically, like your kayak, put it in the center of that, you only have like 5 feet, 7 feet on both sides. So it's still pretty tight tolerance. I often increase it bigger whenever I'm out in open water. Wow, we're hitting some major waves right here. And I'm saying they're major. They're not like incredibly big, but it's big enough where water is splashing straight onto the solar panel. And these solar panels are supposed to be waterproof. I know everything else is waterproof, like the PacMotor and the battery box and all those kinds of things are totally good. But the solar panel, I'm not quite sure. So well, we're almost to this waypoint, so yeah, you can see the waves are getting a lot bigger now.
Oh, okay, it reached the waypoint. All right, so let's see where we're at. Okay, before I drift too far, so let me try to get over here. All right, so it's spinning. Gotta wait for it to stabilize. I want to like kind of go to the left a little bit. I can't tell if it's from the waves and from the wind, but I can try to recalibrate it a little bit. Compass calibration right here, and let me turn it. Okay, save calibration. Now let's go back to waypoint navigation, and let's go right here, start navigation. Okay, that's looking a little bit better. I'm very close to the island now, so I'm a little concerned. I'm remotely operating this thing, so I don't want to run aground. So I should probably port this. Let me go to the right a little bit. Go, oh, go here, there. Try this one. Oh, there's some sailboats over there. I'll stay away from them. When I took my drone and I flew my drone over there to try to give you an aerial view, and the PacMotor Wi-Fi dropped on my laptop, and so the PacMotor was way out there in the river when this happened. And luckily, I kind of prepared for that, for anything for like the internet to go out. And so when I flew the drone back and disconnected and reconnected to my laptop, everything pulled back up, and I was able to then contact the PacMotor and drive it back home. So here's the base station. This is where I was controlling PacMotor all through my laptop, and it was driving it way out there in the river. I just drove it back home. You can see right here, I enabled a spot lock because the wind was just blowing it right into the shore so much. Perfect time to enable spot lock. So I enabled spot lock, and now it's just sitting right here. Let's go find it. So it should be right around the corner. Yeah, there she is. So it's got spot lock enabled, so it's just gonna stay right there and kind of just drive forward. But I was able to get it back all the way from out there, and you guys can see when I was going YouTube live, just trying to figure out how to do all those kind of things. So I'm gonna try to go live more often, do more things like this, and do experiments and see how far we can take this. Let me increase the radius here. Oh, yeah, there we go. We had a little bit of a lag. Yeah, see, there we go. Now it's driving. Now it's driving back to where it was supposed to be. And that's how spot lock works. It's going to try to keep you in this radius. Very cool. There she goes. It just did that automatically. So the way spot lock works is it uses GPS location, but depending on wind and how good the GPS signal is, it can drift back, and then it will, once it knows it's out of the radius, it'll drive back towards that spot. So there's a little leeway into how spot lock works, but if I were to disconnect spot lock, this thing would go over here in a heartbeat. But yeah, this is just basically just to try to show you guys how cool PacMotor is and all the different things it can do. There she goes. She's back. Let me pull these pins so I can raise these up. I'm trying to do this without getting my feet wet, so I'm on this little rock here. This was a really fun experiment. I'm not gonna lie. That was a very successful day trying PacMotor with Starlink, GPS navigation, the PacMotor app, solar panels, all that kind of cool data. I was able to take the PacMotor all the way out in the middle of the river around this island and then come back all remotely driving it right from my truck, just for experimentation, just to see how PacMotor would do. That will probably wrap it up for today's video. I'm gonna go home and edit this and see what kind of cool things I can put together, and we'll see you guys at PacMotor.com, and hopefully you can pre-order for yourself and get one on your kayak.